Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson from BamaInsider.com. Today on the show, I wanted to talk to you about possible transfer destinations for Alabama quarterback Jalen Hurts. There's been no news that indicates that he is going to transfer from Alabama. However, Jalen Hurts will graduate from Alabama on December 15th, and he still has 1 year eligibility left. Now, with Tua Tagovailoa being the starter at Alabama, you got to think that Jalen Hurts explores his options, especially after his performance in the SEC championship game. I put together a list, along with talking to sources, about potential places that Jalen Hurts could transfer to, as well as programs that he could be a good fit for. Now, whichever program gets Jalen Hurts, and if he does decide to stay at Alabama or if he decides to transfer, they're getting a remarkable person. I mean, Jalen is a class act on and off the field. They're getting someone who's college educated, which is fantastic because he's going to provide leadership to the players on your team. So you're getting a leader, you're getting somebody who's already a graduate, and you're really getting someone with an incredible skill set. So here are a couple schools, and surprisingly, one of the schools I've heard is Vanderbilt. Yeah, that would be interesting, right? They need a quarterback. Kyle Shermer is leaving from Vanderbilt. And from what I've heard, Jalen, now this is just speculation and kind of talk, hearsay, he'd like to stay near the Atlanta area. Now, I know Nashville and Atlanta, their proximity is somewhat close, but I think he can go in there and certainly push for a starting spot. Another school that I've heard, which is right in Atlanta, is Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech is going to have a new head coach, which they haven't hired as of December 6th. Taquan Marshall is leaving, so the quarterback position would be open up. Now, what type of offense are they going to run? Because in the past, they've run the triple option, which Jalen could probably do, but I think Jalen has proved he's a passer. So not sure what Georgia Tech is going to run offensively. That's just an option. How about this one? Auburn, right? Head from Alabama to Auburn, their biggest rival. Well, with Jarrett Stidham leaving, I mean, I think Jalen could go in there and make a push to start for the Auburn Tigers and provide some great experience for five-star Bo Nix. It's also in the proximity of the ATL. How about this one? Utah. I heard that Jalen's father, Avion Hurts, has ties to the Utah program. Tyler Huntley, who is a quarterback right now, will be a senior. But I just can't see Jalen going to the Pac-12 to play in games in Pac-12 after dark. Can you? I don't know. Sound off in the comment box. I want to get your thoughts on all of this. How about Texas? I've heard Texas. A lot of people have reached out to me asking about Texas, but Sam Ehlinger is still at Texas, and he's had a great season. He's only going to be a junior. I just don't think Jalen goes to a school where there's already a quarterback established as a starter. Texas A&M, same thing. I know College Station is close in proximity to where he's from, the Houston area. I just don't think he's going to go and compete with Kellen Munn under Jimbo Fisher. Kellen Munn will be a sophomore. This one's interesting. This next school, Maryland. Mike Locksley is now the head coach at Maryland. He's a former offensive coordinator at Alabama. Good rapport. They know what each other are capable of. Maryland has a quarterback on their roster, Kasim Hill, who will be a redshirt freshman. And I think that's someone who you want to learn after Jalen Hurts, right? You get Jalen Hurts as the mentor to Kasim Hill. Jalen Hurts, Mike Locksley already have a rapport. You could definitely make a case for Jalen going to Maryland. How about this one? Getting back to Texas, Houston. Just because of the location. But I think with De'Aaron King already on the roster, threw for nearly 3,000 yards and 36 touchdowns as a junior. Again, I don't think Jalen goes to a school where, two guys are going to be competing. Not to say that Jalen's not a competitor. He's obviously proven that. But I think he's going to go to a school where he could start and he can also provide leadership to the youth coming up. Another school I've heard is Florida State. Again, the proximity to the ATL. And but I don't know. I just don't see Jalen going. I mean, there's already a bunch of quarterbacks on Florida State's team, including Sam Howell, who's a up and coming quarterback. But Willie Taggart needs a quarterback that can provide leadership. Just needs leadership at the program. So Florida State, I think, could also maybe fit into Jalen Hurts' system. Oklahoma, maybe, right? Kyler Murray's leaving. Jalen Hurts could be that dual threat type quarterback. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. We've heard that Kyler Murray is going to leave after this season, even though he does have 1 year left of eligibility to go play baseball. TCU, again, that's another school. Regionally, location-wise, it could make sense being that Jalen is from the Houston area, but I just don't see TCU really fitting into the equation. Where do you think Jalen Hurts will transfer to? Sound off in the comment box. Do you think he'll stay at Alabama? I want to hear your thoughts. Comment in the comment box. Whatever program gets Jalen Hurts, and if Jalen Hurts decides to stay at Alabama, I mean, all the credit to the young man. He's carried himself with nothing but class. Whoever gets Jalen is getting an outstanding individual, both on the field, off the field. Nothing but respect for Jalen Hurts. Incredible story, and cannot wait to see what he does in the future. For more coverage on Alabama football, please check out BamaInsider.com.